Hi there. Usually I am doing videos in anticipation of my bariatric weight loss surgery, but I'm going to take a break from that today because today I am recovering. I'm in my second day of recovery from an Afib ablation. Um, so I wanted to talk about that. And for anybody out there in YouTube land that is getting ready to have that or wants to know about it, I can share with you my experience. I'm sure everybody's experience will be a little different. Everybody's case is different. So I can only tell you what my experience was. So I had to go to the hospital and check in at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is always yucky. Um, I didn't go to sleep at all the night before. Maybe I fell asleep for an hour, but in anticipation of the surgery, I was just a little anxious and just couldn't sleep. And then, I had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning anyway, so I just didn't really sleep much. So I get to the hospital, and my surgery was scheduled, I believe, for about 8 o'clock. So I had to go through all of the prep and the checking this blood pressure and all of that. So I didn't. It wasn't that bad as far as the prep. You really don't even know what's going on because by the time you get on the operating table, you're going to be knocked out pretty much. They told me I was going to have general anesthesia, and so I wouldn't even remember anything, and I was really happy about that. I don't really react badly to anesthesia. Some people do. Some people wake up and they're nauseous. I never usually have that kind of problem. So that was actually good for me. I don't want to know anything. I just want to be knocked out and wake up and just not remember anything. So that was great. Um, when I woke up, though, there was supposed to be okay. Let me backtrack a little bit. So the surgery or the procedure itself takes 3 to 5 hours. I think mine took, I want to say, almost 4 hours, and um, and then you're supposed to lay in recovery for about 3 hours, and then after sorry about that, and then after the recovery period, then you can go into a regular room. And so this was my experience. First of all, I don't remember anything about the recovery time. The only thing I vaguely remember is that they rolled me from a bodyboard and rolled me into the bed, and I remember just feeling like they just dumped me in the bed. Um, and then I had to lay flat on my back, which it felt like, I think, 6 hours. And that was, to me, that was the worst because my lower back was hurting and I wanted to change positions and I couldn't. And this is why. So what they do is they go in your groin on both sides. So there's holes right in my groin area, and you can't move because they don't want that to start bleeding. Most people, if they're going through AFib, they're probably already on blood thinners also. So that was also an issue that they wanted to make sure that there was no, I didn't bleed out. They also, during the surgery, they went in, I'll show you my bruise. You can see my bruise, it's horrible. They go in your wrist to, with some kind of device that helps maintain blood pressure or checking blood pressure. So instead of having a cuff around your arm, squeezing you throughout the whole surgery, whatever this device is goes in your wrist, and it helps them with checking the blood pressure. So that's something to expect when you wake up. You're going to have, I had a bandage that was thick around my wrist, and the only reason it's off is because I, was let go and let home. You're going to have bandages on both of your groin areas, on both sides, because they go in with a catheter on both sides to do the procedure. And What else? When I finally got undressed to change, I noticed there were two X's on the top of each of my feet, and I was very confused what that was from. And apparently, they check your pulse rate on your foot when you're in surgery. What else to expect? I guess one of the reactions to the anesthesia is that I'm constipated, so that's been kind of rough. I just, just takes time, just getting out there with that. I feel like a Mack truck hit me. My chest does feel kind of raw when I breathe in hard. It's still a little sore. I just feel beat up. I just feel weak. I'm not necessarily in pain, so that's good. Like they go in and they actually burn the top of your heart and purposely create scar tissue, and that is supposed to block when you're an AFib, that that means that your heart is not functioning properly. It's out of rhythm. Sorry, I'm still exhausted, so I'm not thinking completely straight. So the scar tissue is supposedly supposed to help block the bad electrical connections, and I wish I could explain it better. If I was a doctor, I can explain it better, but I'm not. But that's supposed to help the situation. So they're going in your thighs or in your groin with this catheter, and they're either burning it, or my doctor said he used more of like a freeze method, and that creates scar tissue. So they're actually creating scars on your heart, which sounds a little scary. That was a little scary to me. So I guess that's why I feel sore, just in my chest area. But I can't complain. I'm not feeling horrible. The recovery period is they want you to not do anything for like 3 days. No, not drive, just kind of rest. And you can't take a bath. You can take a shower, but you can't take a bath because of the incisions. And then for 5 days, they still want you to sort of take it easy, not lift anything. They said don't lift anything more than like a gallon of milk. So I'm literally just kind of hanging out and catching up on binge watching some movies and TV that I never have time to otherwise. And I have a lot of great friends who are being really supportive and calling and checking on me and bringing meals. It's been I feel the love. I feel awesome in that way. And I, thank God, have a very supportive husband who's just kind of taking care of things. But other than that, I feel like that, hopefully this will be the answer. Hopefully I'll be able to take walks now and not feel winded. I've always felt just tired. I was always constantly tired, and the doctors and nurses were saying that makes sense because my heart was out of rhythm, so it was working hard all day, and I was I give it my all at work. Anyway, that's just my personality, but I was totally giving it my all at work because I have to. And then when I would get home, though, I had no energy left. I was literally just zonked, and that's not my personality. Like, I usually am full of energy and want to do things, and that was stopping me. So hopefully I am fixed. I will mention it probably in some later videos. Most of my videos are going to be more about my future bariatric surgery that I'm kind of hyper focused on and researching and vlogging about. But in recovery, I have no makeup on. I apologize for my plain Jane look right now, but I don't need makeup while I'm recovering. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope it was informative. And if anybody else is going through that, good luck with your procedure and would love to hear about it. If you want to make any comments or ask any questions, I'll try to answer them. And thank you for watching. Bye.